Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly learning hour webinar. So I'm Nafis and I'm excited to be your host for today's session. Today we have our expert trainer Mr. Morgan and he will be sharing a very interesting topic about Power Query, getting started with data transformation. So without further ado, I pass this floor to Mr. Morgan.
Yes, thank you, Nafis. Okay, a very good morning to everyone who are present here. Okay, my name is Morgan. I've been doing Microsoft Office classes. Okay, from the beginner to super advanced modules now. Okay, so today we are here to know and to get exposed on Microsoft Power Query. Sorry, about Power Query. Yeah, and this Power Query is actually already um, already pre-installed in your version 2016 onwards. So for the older version 2010 and 2013, it is not pre-installed. So you have to install it. But whatever it is, I would recommend not to use 2010 or 2013 for your installation because the features is very limited. Okay, so 2016 onwards, at least you got more features now. Okay, more better features. Okay, so I'll be basing my presentation based on my 365. Okay, so if you're using 2019 or 2016, you'll be still be able to enjoy whatever that we are being exposed today. All right. All right. Now, before I show you the location, where is the location of Power Query and what is it, how it looks like, let me just give you a brief idea of what Power Query is all about. All the time, probably we have heard about Power Query before, but maybe we do not understand um, how it really works. What is the advantages? All right. Now, one thing you have to put in your mind is they are not difficult. Okay, trust me. If you compare Power Query against, let me give you a simple idea. We look up. I tell you, Power Query will be much easier than the VLOOKUP, right? It does fantastic work. It does fantastic solution without any technical knowledge. So if you think that you have always have a problem with using functions in Excel, then you're gonna love it. Okay, because Power Query can do it for you, right? It can settle to you. If you know how to do it correctly, definitely you can read it. Okay, now let me give you some briefing first before I show you about some demonstration about the Power Query. Okay, so now, let's say you have a data. Okay, let's imagine your data source, meaning you download it from your internet. Sorry, you download it from your system. Okay, then you have your raw data. Then you need to do a lot of things. Okay, maybe you need to remove the header of your report. You might need to remove the subtotals of the report, the totals of the report, because you just need the data. Okay, only after that you have done all the massaging, all the cleansing, then only you'll be able to proceed with your analysis, your pivot table, your VLOOKUP, your if formula, whatever that you are planning to do. Okay, so all that takes time. Okay, so this is where Power Query will come in. Okay, it will come in to clear the clutters. Okay, the blank columns, blank rows, removing headers and all that. They call it as clutters lah. Okay, so we remove the clutters. But the best part on Power Query is you're going to teach the fella, okay, you're going to teach the Power Query one time in your life. How do you do that every day? Okay, so it will observe. Power Query akan tengok apa yang kita telah buat. So, mana-mana row yang kena buang, mana-mana column yang kena buang, okay, mana-mana calculation yang kena buat. It will observe. So, once it's observed, it will save it. So, the next time when you run the same report, you don't need to do. Power Query will do all the steps that you have done. Okay, and it will give you the end report. So basically, if you have been taking about 2 3 hours or even more to create a report, you can just finish the same report within maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute, depending how large is your data. Okay, you're talking about few thousand data, no problem. That are within few seconds, your this one is up. Later I'll prove it to you. Okay, so this is what Power Query does. Second advantage, staying up to date with real-time data. Okay, this is what I mean here is real-time data is if you have what is it uh, what is it, the data source, right? If you have connect directly to your server, okay, of course, with the help of your IT lah, if your IT can help you, and if you can connect your data source directly to the server, so you don't need to download lah. Okay, so if you achieve that, then cantik, because your system, your report can be um, up to date with real time. You don't need to wait for download. As soon as the people entered a data, any data can do. Maybe it's from a sales department, from your warehouse department, from your purchasing, from your accounts, from your finance, from your IT, HR, whatever it is. As long as they type it, your data is updated in the server already, right? So you can get your data up to date. Okay, so you don't need to wait end of the day or what. And there is an option in Power Query where you can set auto refresh. That means maybe you just want to see every 10 minutes what is your income, okay, or how many cases. Let's say you do help, you are a help desk company, okay, you nak tahu ada berapa case came in, ada berapa case kita dah settle within an hour, okay, whether our KPI is being reached or not. So you can program it every 1 hour, so it's updated automatically. And so it's good for your team, it's good for your company as well. Third, okay, this one, visualize data performance with high level visuals. Okay, this is related to Power BI. Okay, Power BI. Okay, if you heard about Power BI before, okay, Power BI also uses this Power Query for the data management. Okay, so if you after this Power Query class, right? If you want to learn more about how to create a better looking chart, a chart can be seen 360 degrees. Okay, dengan cara yang canggih sekali lah. Then you go for the Power BI class. You will definitely will love it, especially whoever does dashboard, whoever does a lot of charts. Okay, go for the Power BI class. They are very easy to do, but yet they are very powerful, guys. Okay. Okay, thirdly, of course, bila kita buat ini semua macam ni punya setting, okay, then you waste less time on creating reports. Now, let's think rationally lah, okay. If you take 3 to 4 hours in a week or in a day to create a report, we are actually, I would say, wasting time. Okay, because we might be involved in bringing in income for the company rather than taking too much time on doing this job, this task. Correct, 3 to 4 hours might take a lot of time, so it limits your involvement in your company's activities. So why not we give more time for ourselves to go and do the company activities so that the revenue or the income of the company increases rather than taking too much time on creating a report, which I would say is inefficient lah. Okay, because taking too much time on doing a report is actually it's a considerable waste of time, right? Okay, we need something like when you click, the report comes out, then we make a decision. That will be the ultimate. Power Query is there to help. Okay, now a bit on the capabilities. Okay, there's a lot of capabilities. I just shrunk it, the common ones that we will use. Okay, but when you come for the class, I'll show you even more. Okay, now if you have a data, let's say you're from finance lah. Every finance definitely will have minimum 12 sheets, January to December. If you need to combine the data from January up to December, okay, right now, if you are not using Power Query, you are doing it manually. I'm very sure you copy and paste. Okay, it's using cell reference and doing that. Okay, at one point it gets very tedious. Okay, so of course it's time consuming as well. But what if I tell you, you can do the same thing within a click of a button? Tak sampai 1 minit pun, your work is done. And of course, it's very nice. Okay, and it's very accurate. That's Power Query. You can do that. Now, of course, it's not limited only for single file. You can also combine data from multiple Excel files, guys. If you have 50 Excel files, if I ask you to go and do, let's say 50 Excel file, each of them have one sheet. So if you have to combine the data from all the 50 files, sure you'll be crying already. Okay, sure at one point also kita will be very lost whether we have done this file or not. Okay, we all have been there. So we can actually do the same thing using Power Query, which is just close your eyes and do it. No problem. Okay, boleh combine data from multiple Excel files. Very easily can be done. And the best part is you no need to open all the files. Very easy. Power Query akan open the files at the background. It will combine it and it will give you the output. Okay. Now, what if I tell you it can also take from multiple sheets, from multiple files? Remember the 50 files I was talking about? Imagine all the 50 files got 10 sheets. So that's a total about 500 sheets. Okay, you can't even imagine how to copy and paste it into a single data source. But Power Query can. Okay, dia boleh ambil daripada merata-rata tempat. No problem. Another best part. This one, of course, Excel can't be doing this because you can't combine from multiple file formats, but Power Query can. So if you have a data that is a text format, TXT, we have another one called CSV. We have Excel format. Then we have, let's say, PDF. Okay, even PDF, the full PDF and pictures, the fuller support. Okay, meaning now the latest one, the fuller supports OCR. That means it can translate picture into data. So if you have a table, you can snapshot using your phone. Then you come back, you just upload the photo. The fuller will convert it into a data. Okay, very nicely done. Okay, so all the data can be combined. No problem. All of on different file format. Also, if you want to merge from multiple files also can. Okay, multiple files also can, no problem. Merging dekat sini kan, kita macam, let's say you have one, I'll give you a simple example here. You have one data for all your staff ID, for all your staff details, their ID, their name, their department, the salary and all that. And you have another file that you manage your annual leave, emergency leave, MCs, and all that. Nowadays, I've seen a lot of HR's data. What they do is they maintain one file for everything. Okay, so the sheet one will have about their staff ID and all these things. Sheet two, they will have the MC and everything campur dengan satu lah. Okay, you see, managing data that way, it's okay, not a problem. But unfortunately, I assure you, you cannot do analysis. If tomorrow somebody just asks you, okay, can I know this department, which department takes a lot of MC, or which day is the highest MC they have taken, whether it's Friday or Monday. So from there, we can do some analysis, right? Okay. But if you do that way, you're going to limit yourself. But if you do the way that I'm advising you, right, then you will love it because you can do analysis from any angle. You can do it from your department. You can do, okay, even for your claims of the person. You want to see how frequent this person claims, how much claims, okay, we are given to this person, or which department is the highest claim. So many things you can do. So you can merge data from multiple files. So you can have multiple files, no problem. Okay, then after that, you can merge it. So all the information will be merged. Imagine you have multiple files, okay, and you can manage it very nicely. And you have one main file that actually merges all this information and gives you this. Very nice. Okay, so even your claims that you can, so in this case, what you can do is, let's say you have a manager from each department. Okay, so you have 10 departments, you have 10 managers. So 10 of them has a file where they will insert the summary of their claims for their staff lah. So after end of the month, they will submit to your, okay, to your HR, okay, to HR. HR no need to go and do it manually, no problem. You just pull the data, just give the data, ask them to give you data. You just click one button, your summary is done. You do not involve in touching or copy and pasting, nothing. Okay, so you can merge the data from multiple files. This is one of the simplest example I just showed you. Well, even if you have from multiple file formats pun tak ada hal punya. Okay, don't expect everything to be in Excel. You can be having anything from any file formats, including web. Okay, including web. If you have a data in your web, okay, any web pages lah. Okay, the fella can take from web, no problem. Okay, then you can also clean report structure. Okay, this is what I was talking about the clutters earlier. Okay, to remove the headers, rows, all the split things. Okay, there can be so much complexity in your form. Okay, in my class, I show you one of the most complex form report that you can ever see, but how easily Power Query can translate it into a nice looking data. And lastly, we can also do a calculations lah. Okay, so meaning with all this, okay, it actually covers all your requirement. There's no way Power Query as a loophole here. Any situation, any data that you have, any data structure you have, 100% you can do it. Okay, all right. Now let me give you a demo. Now I give you one demo first. Okay, maintaining multiple sheet. Sorry, we do a multiple sheet first. Okay, let's do a multiple sheets first. Okay, so this one, I have a file called Maze Country Store. So this is I do a very short data, so easy for you to see. Okay, so we have a data from January up to June. Okay, so our users will always type this. Okay, that will update this record. So I want to create another file where it will combine the data from all these sheets and just a summary. Okay, for that, I've already done this a report file by using a Power Query. Okay, so this is a report that I always have to do whenever there's any update. Total transaction, then I have to do a transaction summary. That means how much product. Okay, based on the product, what is the total? Okay, it does all the summing now. And based on the days, also I want to capture how is the sales. Okay, because sometimes I want to know whether it's seasonal according to the day. So I know when to expect the high and low. Right? So all this is from one data source. Okay, so the data source that I was showing you is actually from here. Then I translated the report that looks like this, included the charts. Okay, let's say for the month of June, I have one more transaction here. Okay, for the month of June, I have one more transaction here. And let's say we just put white bottle cap. Let's make it 100. Okay, white bottle cap is a new item. There's no white bottle cap here. All right. Now you can see here there's no white bottle cap. There's no white bottle cap here as well. But when I refresh this, you can see for the month of June, there is a white bottle cap has been captured. And another summary here has been captured. Okay, this one just captured. And of course, it has already captured according to the day. Okay, and also it's updated my chart. Sorry. Okay, so you see, you can do it, you can update. You don't worry, you don't ask yourself anything. Maybe you can just have a policy 4 p.m. stop editing. Then you just need to refresh it, job done. Okay, so you can have about 50 files also, no problem. You just need to click this refresh button. By the way, your Power Query is inside the data tab, and this is Power Query. Okay, they don't call it Power Query, but these are the tools for the Power Query under the data tab. Okay, let's do another test. Okay, so what we are doing is with on the same existing sheet, right? What if we create a new sheet? So we have a new sheet for the month of July. Okay, so this is for the month of July, yeah. So let's say 3 bulan Julai 2021. Let's say company shop. Okay, that's the product. Okay, let's say 300. All right, so 3 bulan 7. Let us see what is the day for 3 bulan 7. Okay, I want to find out what is the day. So it falls on Saturday. All right. I want to show you whether it can capture whether Saturday is okay. Now Saturday is now this is Saturday falling. You want to see whether it captures in one of the record here. Remember there are a few things here. We have opened up a new sheet. We have created a new data, and this is falling on a Saturday. Okay, so Saturday right now is showing 80. All right. So already updated. There's a new sheet came in. Okay, for the month of July. This one I think is wrong. Okay, I think it's actually created wrong. Let me just refresh it now. There you go. Company shop ABC. All right. Then company shop ABC is there. And for the Saturday, it captured 300. Senang. Very nice. Okay, very, very easy. Just with one file We can have multiple like this. Okay, and it's very easy, guys. Okay, it's very, very, very easy. Now, if you are wondering how a Power Query does look, okay, it looks like this. Okay, let me give you a glimpse. Okay, this is Power Query. Okay, this is Power Query. Trust me, it might look very new, very complicated, but actually Microsoft have created a very easy to understand system in this Power Query. Come for the class by the day, by the second day, you will be very used to all the methodology of Power Query, and you will never stop using it. Okay, so it's very, very easy. And like what I said, it doesn't use what I said, it doesn't use any technical things. We can achieve whatever that you want without technical. Okay, trust me. Some people use technical way, but I can assure you we can also use it without non-technical. You can achieve it. Okay, so that's the training is going to be about how to relate our data to Excel. Okay, even though the data source is from different format. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so this is done. Give you another thing. Remember multiple files? Also can. All right, so here we have a file. Okay, this is how the file looks like. Okay, so we want to do a massaging. Okay, we always need to do a report. The report must look like this. Okay, this is a simple report that I've done now. Okay, it looks like this. So they have the chart as well. So kita nak tengok whether it captures or not. This one I just did a spark lines lah. Okay. So the following day I have another three file. Okay, I have another three file. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this file and masukkan dekat folder ini. Okay, I created a special folder, okay, and made it as a hub, okay, as a main folder, di mana if there is any new files that comes in, when I refresh, it will go and grab all the data from the file. Okay, so that's a way how you can do that. So once I've already done that, so the next thing I need to do, you see, I never even opened the file, okay, do notice that. But I just need to go and refresh here and just wait. It didn't take me even a minute for me to get the data from all these three files and come up with a report. My report is done. Okay, job done. That's it. You see how many seconds it took? It's three files. If you have been doing the traditional way, you wouldn't have opened up the third file as well. Okay, but for now you have done everything. Okay, so this is one of uh, another functions of Power Query where you can actually handle multiple. All right. So even if you have a spark lines, okay, spark lines also can, okay, it can capture it. Okay, this one I just did the fast one. Okay, you can do a better one. Okay, so you can actually achieve this. Your charts also will be updated accordingly. Okay, multiple files. Let's see whether multiple format the full support or not. My source data here, we have HQ, we have JB, we have KL. All these three are using different format. You see, one of it is using database access, one of it is using a text format, another one is using Excel worksheet. Okay, so all three. Now let me just show you one by one. So this is how my Excel looks like. Sorry, my database looks like. Access database. This is my JB. They send me TXT format, and this is my KL. They send me this format. Okay, so when I go to the output report, okay, this is how it looks like lah. Okay, I just did a simple one here. Now let us go and see, okay, based on this is year 2022, let us go and see whether we can capture any record if we go and update one of the file. Okay, let me take the Excel file. Okay, let me take the access one. Okay, which month I will take 2020. Okay. Okay. So this is I've done from Excel. Yeah. I've Word. Sorry. Access. So 2022. 2022 here. Of course, Microsoft. We don't use Microsoft Access this way, but I'm just showing you how data from a server can be brought in. Okay. So this is just a fast way of me just doing a demo. Huh? So this is how it is. Okay. Let's see whether this data can be captured or not. So I'm going to refresh. There you go. So let's see. 300 captured. Now, let me try one more using now for Excel file. Okay, blue milk coffee. Let's make it 120. Okay, so this is another data. Now I'm using Excel. Let's see if this one captures or not. Refresh. Blue milk coffee. So any platform, not a problem. Okay, Access pun boleh, Word pun, sorry, Word pula. Excel pun boleh, text pun boleh. Any updates, you refresh, it's updated here. Okay, fantastic, yeah? Okay, let me come to the last one here. Okay, this is always a common problem for everyone, especially from finance or accounts or even HR. If you have a report that looks terrible like this is a terrible report. You can already see there's going to be a lot of problem when you're going to import this into Excel if you're using this manually. Okay, there's a lot of headers yang kena buang. There's a lot of blanks kena buang. There is a lot of rows kena buang probably. Okay, so many things. Okay, so many things you need to do. Then if you go browse and see down, dekat sini pun ada benda-benda yang tak diperlukan. Okay, all this also is taking up space. Correct? All these clutters lah. Okay, so you have to remove all this. Okay, so many pages. If your report is so long, it's even more tedious. Okay, so luckily Power Query was there. I've already done everything in the Power Query. So my final report after I've done for the first quarter. Okay, this is my date. This is multiple pivot. You can actually from the Power Query, you can actually create multiple pivot table. Not a problem. Okay, from the single data source, I did multiple pivot table. All right, so each of them I have translated into I've added a pivot chart. This is pivot chart actually, yeah. Okay, so from the report, I have to update it here. Now, the data that you are seeing right now, okay, the things that you are seeing right now is only for quarter one, January to March, quarter one. Okay, so then quarter two comes. This is the report for quarter two, April to June. Same report structure, lah, okay, but only April to June. So I'm just going to take this file and just going to, oh, sorry, not this. I'm going to take this file and I'm going to put it here. Okay, that is my hub. That is my targeted folder. So I want Power Query to go and grab any data, any new file that comes into that folder and translate it into a report. So let's see whether it captures here or not. I'm going to refresh. Of course, it's going to refresh here, but I'm just trying to show you the charts here. Refresh. It does all the charting. And now my chart has been updated up to the month of June. Second quarter done, report done. Okay, so all my charting done. Okay, this one also updated. Okay. So you saw how long it took for me? if you are doing it if we are doing it manually, I guarantee you minimum it will take us about 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours, depending how well versed we are in Excel. Yeah, but any within a minute, maybe 20 seconds, we have finished the report. So the time taken for the report is absolutely great. I like I'll tell this to all my this one. Um, uh, Two biggest case study that actually I've managed to give them the exposure. First one, this company has been doing a report for 7 hours. Okay, that's one report. They do it every Friday, but it takes a lot of time. It takes about 7 hours. So now they are taking it about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, same report. Okay, their report is very huge because they have a lot of files. Okay, so they have a lot of production files. So every production line mereka terlalu banyak. So when they submit, they have got 35 production lines, if I remember correctly. So you have 35 files. So they have been doing manually lah. Okay. So that's why it takes a lot of time. Now, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Sebelum balik, report dah habis. Dulu dia orang terpaksa bawa balik dia punya files, bawa pergi rumah, siapkan sebelum pukul 12. So basically they have to work until 12 midnight lah. Okay. So now, very fast. Before go back also, you can just refresh, job done. Another one that I did recently was yesterday. Okay, this company, they maintain billions of record, not millions, billions of record. So after attending for the class, then I showed them how easily that Power Query can manage your data because Power Query managers can manage big data. Tak kisah berapa record yang kita ada. Hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions, now billion. Okay, because we tested yesterday, he was running under the billions, he got it. Okay, so boleh buatnya. So don't worry about the record. Certain things is limited in Excel because Excel itself, you all should know, one sheet we have about 1 million plus rows only. So if you have about 3 million records, then it's going to be very tough. You can't even do a pivot chart, a pivot table. You can't even do a VLOOKUP. Definitely VLOOKUP, kalau kita ada 300 data, 500 ribu data pun, your VLOOKUP will stop halfway. Okay, it's going to be impossible unless your data is very straightforward, it's fine. If your data is a bit longer, you do your VLOOKUP, I guarantee you at one point it will hang. But this one, I'll assure you, it will never hang because it's meant for big data. All right. So this is our certain important things that is available in our in our what is it in our Excel. Okay, that many users don't realize it. That's the sad part, lah. Okay, maybe they do not know that actually Power Query existed in Excel. All right. Now, when you have been using your Power Query, then of course you will want to learn more because we also have Power BI. Power BI, you can do wonderful looking visuals, okay, or charts. Okay, this is charts that belongs to Excel. So in Power BI, they have similar charts, but even greater. Okay, that one and some other day when we have a chance to do our demo on Power BI, I will show it to you how fantastic the chart will look like. So that one, anybody does a lot of reporting using charts, a lot of dashboard, go for the class. You will love it because inside that Power BI also we have the Power Query. Okay, so meaning you have data from all over, so no problem. Your charts can be done. And another challenge here is for the one who always does a pivot table. Okay, we all know in Excel's pivot table, your data source has to be single. There's no way you can have multiple data source. Okay, you cannot have two sheets, you cannot have two files. You have to copy and paste it into a single source. Then only you can proceed with your pivot table, right? Okay, this one, no need. Okay, I already showed you here. Okay, so all this, so given this one, okay, this one is a pivot table, right? It came from two data source one. Okay, I had put two files there. Okay, I have put two files there. So it came from two. So you can have multiple data source just to do your pivot table. So you don't need to waste your time to copy and paste anymore in your life. Okay, things have changed. Okay, that's new technology that's already it's already there. Make use of it, and it's very very easy. Now another product that actually certain people, since we are already here on the Power Query, that you all have to understand is Power Pivot. Okay, Power Pivot. Okay, when you understand Power Query, then you'll know how to use a Power Pivot. That is a separate class as well. Okay, because pivot table has some limitation that some of the users must be aware of. Okay, in case you have been doing this, let me give you just a briefing before we attend this. Now, in pivot table, right, there is um, one little issue there. Let's say you can try and see. Whoever does formulas in pivot table, you can do this and see. Let's say we have price and quantity. Let's say price quantity is 100. Let's say price is 20. Quantity is 200. Okay, let's say price is 15. Quantity is 50. Let's say all this. Using a normal Excel calculation, okay, so this is the total, right? So it's not normal. So this one is total. Okay, so it's 9250. That's the actual calculation when you do the normal way. But when you use a Power Query, in a pivot table, when you do a formula price multiply with quantity, you know what's going to happen? Pivot table will take this, dia akan sumkan dia. Okay, that means it'll take the total quantity and total price and he'll do the calculation. So you'll get like this. Okay. So I'm not so sure how many users are aware of this. So I have to be very careful. I'm talking about inside the pivot table, you can do a calculation app, not outside. Some of us practice outside. Outside is still fine. Thank you for inside. So when you do this inside, you see the differences is a lot. Okay. So this is where your power pivot will come in because it can do fantastic things. Whatever calculation that you cannot do in your pivot table can be done. And Power Pivot also uses the Power Query punya backbone lah. Same concept, meaning multiple files, multiple format, multiple sheets, anything also can. Okay, so it all starts from Power Query. So if you attend for Power Query, then you'll be exposed to so many new tools that is available from Microsoft. And the best part is everything is free. So make use of it. Don't be fall back because after this, all the companies actually right now that we are training, they all are going for Power BI, Power Query, Power Pivot because they know that they can lessen up the time or reduce their time doing reports. They want the staff, they want the employees to be involved more on the operation side rather than doing this kind of a clerical thing. Like we can call that as a clerical thing like that, but it's just a copy and paste and all that. I can bring the data here. So if you have been repeating doing the same report again and again and again, stop. Start with Power Query. Okay, you'll love it and you'll do this. It can help you to save a lot of time. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is uh, my uh, explanation about Power Query and demo. It does so many other things as well, guys. Okay, I've shown you to give you some exposure, but actually you can do more than that. Okay, how to transpose your data. If your data is how bad your data is, also there is a solution. Okay, that one I can show you. Betapa teruknya data kita ada, how complex your data also is going to be, your scenario is going to be, somehow or other you can find a solution. Okay, that one I can assure you. Okay, any questions, guys? Okay, you can also put a chat or you can also on your mic and ask questions.
Can comment on the chat box.
Okay, that's the date for our class. Yeah, it's for next month. Okay, so you can see it there.
Okay, so I think there is no question for today. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Morgan, for your sharing. And then, as you can see on the poster below, as Mr. Morgan said, this is our next class for Power Query class. And we'll be having also on August for ChatGPT Mastery class, and then social media marketing, and then we do also have Microsoft Excel intermediate and advanced level, also data analytic and visualization in Excel, and for graphic design intermediate level and digital marketing masterclass. So if you are interested on this, you can contact us or you can follow our social media. So do get in touch with us if you're interested to enroll on these courses. So I think that's all for today. See you guys on next week. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Morgan, for the sharing.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you
Nafis.
for joining us.
Okay. Take care. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Okay, bye bye. Have a good day.